Okay, so I'm going to start this with you, and then gradually you're going to be more independent with this. I know some of you are probably ready to be independent now, but just to explain how it works. So writing SOHCAHTOA, this is sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So how this worksheet works is you have the problems, and then below you have the puzzle. For each like box here, it says sine of A, cosine of A, tangent of A. So our designated angle is angle A. And then the first step is to make the arc at the angle. So make arc at identified angle. 2. Label sides. And you have to label them in this order, O, H, and then A. So from this arc, we have the opposite side, hypotenuse, and adjacent. 3. Make ratios. So for sine, it's O over H, cosine A over H, and tangent O over A. And now that you have it labeled, you're just grabbing the numbers. So OH is 5 over 13. When I check your work, I'm going to look to see that you have the ratios written right here and that you also have your triangles labeled. So make sure that you have those things. And then AH will be 12 over 13. And tangent 5 over 12. And then these ratios match this. So this 5 over 13 R. So 1 is R, 2 I, and 3 E. And we can do the puzzle down here as we go. 1 R, 2 I, and 3 E. Okay, I'll do one more with you, and then I'll have you gradually go on your own. So now, sine of B, cosine of B, tangent of B. So our angle, identified angle, is angle B. Next step, label your sides OHA, so opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. And we can kind of graduate from writing this out every time because we already have it written here. So like sine, we can just look at SOHCAHTOA, OH, and just know opposite over hypotenuse, and we can just write 12 over 13. Cosine AH, adjacent over hypotenuse, would be 5 over 13. And tangent OA would be 12 over 5. And then fill out the puzzle because it's fun. Okay, so now I want you to try. And it looks like angle A, so start by making that arc, label your sides, and then make the ratios. I'm going to freeze it and we'll compare answers in a second. Unfreezing, here's what I got. If you want to check, 1/2 square root of 3 over 2 and 1 over square root of 3. If you didn't get that, check to make sure your sides are labeled right. So this would be opposite, hypotenuse adjacent, there. Okay, I want to freeze again. Here's the next one. Started by doing an arc on B, labeled the sides, and then I used SOHCAHTOA to set up the ratios. Okay, so I know some people are like, good to go, you got this. Some people are probably like, wait, I wish you would explain it one more time. because I feel like I got it, but I might be getting something wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and explain this one step by step. So if you want to explain one more time, I want to explain this one right here. So sine of A, cosine of A, tangent of A. This means the designated angle is A. So first step in putting an arc on angle A. Then I'm going to label my sides. So from this angle, first one I'm going to label as opposite. It's like the easiest to point out. And then from there, the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, is also across from the 90-degree angle. And then the one left over is the adjacent side. And now that I have it labeled, I can use these ratios. So sine is OH, that means O over H. So 12 over 15. Cosine is AH, so that means A over H, so 9 over 15. And then tangent OA, so opposite over adjacent, 12 over 9. Then I look over here, it doesn't look like those numbers are there, so I must have to simplify. So it looks like the common factor here is 3. So I get 4/5. Then I get 3/5, just dividing by 3, and then divide by 3 here, I get 4/3. And then that'll match my answer choices. So 4/5 is E, 3/5 is H, and 4/3 is, I believe that's an F. And then I can fill in the puzzle. 13E, 14H, 15F. So it's all up here. If you need to like fill in spaces or you think you might be off a little bit. So go ahead and get that down. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go around and give you credit for this. So what I'm looking for is that you wrote down the ratios and you have your triangles labeled. Yeah. Okay. This.